Hello, and welcome to 32 Queen here. Just a quick look around the neighborhood. I know you're familiar, but just in case things have updated since that, I think that one for sure is new. Quick look down the driveway. Those poles, I believe, are the edge of the property, so there isn't a ton of room to do much more, and I think that 2 cars would probably be the max. You can see your gas meter compression line and everything around the corner. There is some sensor lights up there, a gate to go into your backyard. I mean, if it gets into like a crazy fight about parking, you could potentially push that fence back and get a third parking spot. I don't know. We'll see if we need to actually go there. This is a grandfather property. All the brick and everything appears to be in pretty good shape. Got that nice storm cover up there, shiplap ceiling. So there used to be some kind of light there that might be revivable if you had something fancy like inside to put back out. But we do have the nice light number there. Really well flashed windows and everything. Looks like a nice professional job. Soffit and everything looks like it's in good order there. Just a small front yard. Not too much maintenance. The old-fashioned walk-in material still there. New weatherproof door. The automatic lock. I didn't have the code for that, but there is one. Got all our moldings and everything. That was one spot where we could potentially touch up a little bit. The stairway and everything. Maybe a little touch up there, but I love that it's got the old material feel to it. The nice banister and everything. The black painted wall kind of makes everything open right up. A drop station here for your keys and everything. The old-timey returns are really nice. There's a few of them throughout the home. Nice new maple, it looks like, closet door for your front door closet. Lots of storage there, tons of room. It is nice and deep. It looks to be close to 3 feet deep there. Those tiles are 1-footers. Looks like they might be a bit smaller. We've got currently a living room right up in the front, but we were talking earlier about the spaces and how you could potentially shuffle this around a little bit if the dining room were to be moved. You have a really nice sized living room in there. This can be your rec room or family room, sorry. Lots of the Craftsman features for all the moldings and everything, but it appears that pretty much every window in the house has been replaced. All new. Everything appears to be nice and trim, plumb, square, done properly. We have the ceiling tile in here in the dining room, the bedrooms, so potential improvements for a different ceiling material. Again, something we can get tested with our home inspection. I love how beefy those baseboards are. Again, with all of the furnishings, there could be some deal made to have all of that stay in the home. Or once you have this video, I'll make sure I've captured everything here. You can see if there's stuff that you do not want. And then if there is a side deal for furnishings, you can kind of make an inventory list. And then into the dining room, pretty lo-fi in here, but it's just enough. I love the color combinations and everything going on. You could potentially have a larger table in here, something with a leaf maybe. A nice hutch there for a serving station. And I think it was 12 by 14, the room size. That's the door to the basement there, which I remember to be like, definitely you can tell it's a 100-year-old home's basement, but I think it was all like clean and well maintained down there, if I remember correctly. We've already inquired to see if we can get in there on Monday. Remembering that the floors here had like about a 1/4 inch left on them, so you should be able to restore these with no problem. And beneath that was like 1.5 inch thick baseboard, so definitely good things happening there. There's a slight hump in the floor here, but I'm going to guess there's like a main support beam. It's very minor. I wouldn't say the average person would probably even notice that as they come through the home, but it's there. Got our lovely main floor powder room, which is more than a powder room because you have your shower stall here with the vinyl tile floor, which is in great shape. Feels like pretty much new. Nice textured wallpaper, pedestal sink, and a little vanity area there. Just a quick peek in here for memory's sake. Everything looking all clean and new in here with lots of nooks for soaps and whatnot. And then we have this flex space here, which could be big enough if you figure out a way to put a table up against this wall if you wanted to have this be a small dining room. But right now it's a well-appointed office. It is kind of close to the living space, so there might be a quieter spot to have an office. Going into the kitchen, which was the full addition as we remember, so it's not the red brick back here, it is its own structure. What's that light? Oh, there we go. Nice amount of light added in here. Got our self-draining double sink. Appliances appear to be all relatively new. Fridge was super clean inside, same with the stove. A real tile backsplash. And then we have the open shelving we were discussing with really well-enforced steel brackets. And we kind of discussed that we liked that the open concept was good for the guest to be able to see everything as much as uppers would be nice. Window here might be one of the older ones. I didn't think I see no date in there. Is that 94? Anyways, it looks like it's in great shape. The seal is not broken or anything, just the screen's getting a little bit worn. We've got pot lights and like the little bulkhead up there. Floor is like a vinyl again. We do have HVAC in here. We've got our pantry just in this closet here. And the laundry over here. All the plumbing and everything. Electrical. Let's see if this is on a 3-phase plug. It is. Oh, it appears to be. It's a nice thick cable. I couldn't actually see the plug. I can confirm that. But a great addition to have all this in the kitchen here. Quick peek out onto the patio. Sorry, Mr. Squirrel, interrupted your lunch. Doors are still functioning really well. Little hangout area here, barbecue area. Porch does wrap around. It's probably about 8 feet wide. It's got this kind of wired fence, and then the yard itself has this nice fencing all the way around it with a nice deep yard. There's things you can do back there yet. Little shed there for you. Clothesline that runs all the way to the gazebo. You can see above our kitchen there. We were talking about putting venting above the stove. That's a good note that I missed. There is no venting over the stove currently. Back of the house is looking great too. The brick potentially some years from now could want a bit more mortar in there, but I don't think it's a big job by any means. Soffit, eaves, everything looks like it was done really well. Shingles are probably about halfway through their life. We do have some lighting here, which I guess would be blocked by this gazebo, but it has lighting on it itself. Yeah. Oh yeah, we were talking about the deck boards. There might be one or two that might need some replacing over time, but it looks like they've just been doing it piecemeal with a nice result there. Maybe a little bit of weather stuff going on here. I don't think it's a big deal. I think it's just like a wood trim finishing product that could potentially be replaced if it was worrisome. And it appears to just be like a piece of quarter round that goes down with another bit. So other than just a bit of labor pulling that out, nailing it back in, cuts, and a bit of paint shouldn't be a big deal. Certainly minor. Let's move on. There was the gate there, if you didn't notice in the video, and on the edge of the deck there was that storm door that goes down into the basement. We don't need to use that because we have the basement access here. It seemed like it was in good enough condition. I would just leave it as is instead of needing to replace it or anything, or remove it, sorry. Oh, I turned all my lights out here. There we go, that's better. Okay, going upstairs. We do have a rail all the way up. little grab bar here, I guess, for the tight corner. So we discussed it as a slightly steep stairway. I have absolutely no problem with it, but maybe an older person might have a little bit of a harder time. Again, all the windows replaced. There was the compressor down there. I did mention that at the beginning of the video. Nice little cubby. Put some things here. Going upstairs, we have, sorry, I turned all the lights off before my video, or maybe it was just later. We have this flooring here that's like an MDF that potentially could be up for replacement or at least a cleanup. That should be possible to have those kind of bang back together. They just slide around with the traffic. This is deemed as the smaller room, which I think is about 9 by 10, but otherwise decent. The closet there. Up here is a combination of baseboard heaters and that mini split that was at the top of the stairs. Which I'm just trying to remember if I caught that. But I love the finishes. Like if you kept everything that's here, it seems to be a pretty successful Airbnb. We'll continue impressing your guests. Compressor, or sorry, the mini split is there. It appears to be newish. It's a train. We have the ceiling vent does work. We have the vinyl checkered floor in here as well. Little vanity, I think that's just a minor, like a paint type crack, not the actual sink itself. Storage and everything. This vanity with very sufficient light. Got our windows and everything. The cute little covers. A little bit more dated in here, but not anything I think your guests would be super worried about. The attic hatch there for inspection time, GFI. So I feel like things were mindfully done throughout the renovations in this home. We have a little bit of something going on here, but I think that's not anything to worry about. Looks like there was some holes in there from something. A good sized bedroom here with 2 beds currently, but a decent size for pretty much any bed you'd want to put in. Wonderful view. Closet check. To our primary here. Great size bed. Windows again, the 2 closets. Nothing to really report there. Bit of an older baseboard here. Closet. Again, I didn't see any signs of like roof penetration or anything like that. Okay, and I just realized that there are Airbnb guests trying to arrive. So I am going to end this video here and then we'll get back through another time for the basement.